Yesterday, I come from San Francisco.
Wow.
I met John Chen.
John Chen,
She wants to say hello to you.
the actress.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she lives in San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco
I didn't
and
know.
Shanghai, between two
In
cities.
Shanghai,
Yeah.
awesome.
We also talk about 1987. You live in Forbidden City. Any memory about that time?
Very vivid. Yeah. I feel really lucky to get to know the Chinese society around that time, because now it's totally different. I mean, not totally, but on the surface, the China looks very different from the one I knew in the 80s. It looked to me kind of a black and white society, but I felt very good energy of the Chinese people. Like I was not allowed, but I visited people's department stores or shops, restaurants, because I looked like a Chinese, so I was okay. There was only one disco in Beijing. Only foreigners were allowed to go in. The people are not allowed to go in there.
Yeah. For you at that time, what's the sound of Beijing? I mean, the color is black, white, and red. What's the sound of the city?
I remember the sounds of bicycles. I mean, less cars, of course. But also quiet, because we were staying in the famous Beijing hotel next to the Tiananmen Square. The streets are so huge, and so in the evening it's so quiet.
And what's the sound of the Forbidden City?
It's kind of empty. I mean, it's still the architecture. It's so beautiful. So looking at the yards and walls, the palace, as if still the emperor is living in his time. But we know it's empty, so it's kind of sad. Maybe that made me feel this, I strongly remember the sound of the wind, sort of the loneliness.
How about the working process? I mean, when you were making the music for the movie, you imagine the loneliness of the emperor a lot? I mean, you needed the rhythm, you needed the image, or you needed maybe the smell? Or what kind of thing makes your first inspiration?
Well, there's no one method. I always say that if there's a method which I should follow to make me able to write music directly, I would follow. But there's no such a method. So anything could help for me to get an inspiration, a smell, or a memory, or photographic memory, a sound, or just a fresh image of TV news, whatever. Memories of being in China, not only Beijing, but we went to Beijing, Dalian, and Changchun. Those memories heavily influenced me to write the music for The Last Emperor, of course. I went to a department store to buy one bicycle. The loudness of inside the department store, right after it opened, I mean, the people were waiting outside of the entrance of the department store, and it opened at 10 o'clock, and they just tried to jumping in. Everybody was trying to jumping in, so it was like, so chaotic. The inside was so chaotic, and everybody was playing.
Grab something.
Yes. No, this is mine. No, this is mine. No, I'm the first one. like that. So also got fights and chaos going on. So loud, it's a good energy. I mean, people's energy, everyday life's energy, and so that made me smile a lot. That sound was the most impressive one.
Before I come here, I went to midnight Forbidden City around the world. I tried recording some sound for you, but all about the car on the road.
Now we have a lot of cars.
And also a wind in midnight making it.
Ah.
The leaves.
Yeah. Nice.
Also, the lovers. The lover talking about flower.
It's nice.
Yeah.
On the street. On the street.
Yeah,
near
the river.
Near the river.
Near the river. Yeah.
I'm a very weak person, but I had to be determined for some sense.
When did you got the feeling? I mean, is there any conflict between, for artists, I mean, one side about thinker side, the other artistic side? There are two sides conflict, or for you they can?
I was so rebellious in the 60s. The students' movements in the 60s, basically anti-Vietnam War, anti-America sentiments was inside.
So the anti-spirit is part of your DNA?
Yes. But I'm also thinking, being anti is sometimes too easy or not too deep. So after 9/11, I and my friends published one book, one thick book called No War, and I entitled No War instead of Anti-War. That evening of the day, almost all New Yorkers, like more than 90% of New Yorkers, became very patriotic, which frightened me. I mean, in a way, I could understand, your city was attacked, terrorized, such a very unprecedented way. But still, and then all the sentiment right after 9/11 became so aggressive, and so all the newspapers, the local newspapers, had the catch copies like "Make Afghanistan Ice Age" or something like that. I don't like that. So anti-war is like protest, means it's heavily magnetized to your subject. Instead, we have to be away from that conflict. Means no war.
But sometimes in human society, sometimes evil is inevitable. You must do something hard or bad.
Yes.
So for you, how to deal with the complicated situation, the inevitable part?
I don't have a right answer. I don't want to fight with anybody because I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be killed by anybody. Or I don't want any of my families killed by anybody. That's why I don't want to kill or hurt anybody. If I don't want death, I should do the same thing to others. That's my basic philosophy. It's very simple. But sometimes, like Chinese old tales like Sangokushu, some unknown tribe would attack one day just without speaking and started killing your village. So how can you protect yourself and your family or your village without swords? I don't have the answer.